surrounding.
Hi there, this feels with live.
And
Extreme
withdrawal of the day travel card.
no resistance zone.
Difficult for residents
Mayor of
to be able
London.
to travel in and out of London.
Crazy climate change.
I mean, if the mayor was willing to
Weather forecast UK 23 times there on the right,
up to £2,000,
and it is the
to have a less
you name it, guys.
vehicle and I mean, how many
Friday, the
cars
4th of August, 23.
So, by our estimates, it's between 50 and 70,000 people every year that are travelling in and out of
locally
London.
Surrey.
If you talk to Heathrow, for
example,
example, they've got 10,000 employees which aren't having a compliant car.
This is basically the council, Surrey, for the Labour Party, well, the Mayor of London,
to
locally.
extend the car scrappage scheme to Surrey residents and the remaining counties that surround London. And actually sort of put some more funding in for sustainable transport, including putting on the bus routes, so people don't need to actually have to take the car into London.
It's interesting because you're one of the 5 councils that took the mayor to the High Court. You're the one which isn't covered. Surrey isn't covered by the scrappage scheme. If you were like the other 4, would you be thinking differently? Do you think the other 4 now have less of an argument, say, that you all can share?
I couldn't say for the other 4, but what our point in joining the legal action was about that mitigation for Surrey residents. At the end of the day, sort of London cannot view itself as like an island. These borders are fluid. We really need to have that mitigation so that people aren't being impacted for going about their daily lives. You don't travel by artificial local authority boundaries. So we really are still urging TfL and the
public transport is very unreliable, the bus sometimes, and the trains are unreliable because they don't have an overtime ban at the moment. So it's not great.
So if you came under that scrappage scheme, you would then be more satisfied with the ULEZ expansion?
Absolutely, yes.
College Surrey's not in it. North East Surrey. It's crazy. It's mental.
Of ULEZ, everyone should benefit. Our impact was the significant financial and social concerns that we had on residents. Effectively, it's a tax on people who do not live in London, and that has been our point all along. Right. If the Mayor of London and TfL were willing to negotiate and actually provide some mitigation...
A bit like the daily travel card going in many ways. Same thing.
Matt Furness,
ridiculous.
Councillor, Cabinet Member for Transport for Surrey County Council. Thank you very much for your time with us.
No doubt it's just the same for you.
Leonie Cooper, who's a Labour member of the London Assembly, working closely with the Mayor of London on the ULEZ scheme. Very good morning to you.
What about planes in the sky, Mayor of London?
Just pick up straight away. I hope you could hear what Matt Furness was saying a moment ago.
Good question. I didn't think about the planes. Well, they pollute quite a lot, don't they? More than the cars do. What about a tax on the planes over the sky in London? What do you think? Give me a thumbs up on the left side of the screen. Give me a comment. You think planes should be taxed just as much as people driving cars around London? As they fly over the city of London? They pollute as much as cars do.
The point that the councillor from Surrey was making. And I don't think it would really be fair on Londoners to expect Londoners to pick up the tab for people that live in Surrey. They don't contribute anything in terms of paying tax in London.
Yeah, but I'm sorry, but
the scrappage that's being funded is being funded by the mayor.
We're part of London here, locally in Surrey, because you get the London news. So we should be getting fair adjustment. Sorry.
Trying to take the mayor to
you treat us like Londoners here in Surrey.
Approach the government and ask for what would make a lot more sense, a national scrappage scheme, and that could then include Surrey. It's just not fair to expect Londoners to pick up the tab.
I appreciate what you're saying, but I mean, you say there's no benefit to people in London. If you're a plumber who happens to live in Surrey just outside and all your work is within the ULEZ zone, I mean, there is a clear benefit because they're doing work in that area, and every day, if they've got a vehicle that's not ULEZ compliant, they're going to pay a price, aren't they?
They are, but that's why it's absolutely essential that we have a national scrappage scheme that with the money coming from the Department for Transport. Londoners also pay into the Department for Transport through car tax, vehicle excise duty, and actually none of that comes back to Londoners anymore.
What about planes in the sky?
So that money could be used from
airports
car tax to assist with a larger scrappage scheme in London, or indeed a national scheme. And it could come out of everybody's car tax, not just from Londoners' car tax. So I do think this is something the government should be helping with. I agree that having these sort of artificial boundaries is a bit of a, it's a bit of a blow.
Okay, and you're not a national spokesperson for the Labour Party, but there may well be a Labour government. So if there were, do you think that's what they'll do?
Well, I'm quite sure that I and many others would be lobbying for that to be the case.
That's fine. Let's leave that one there for a moment.
Yes.
I just want to crack through some numbers here because it does boil down. It's a very practical issue, this, for people, isn't it? So you've extended 2,000. It's effectively now for everyone across those affected areas that they can get a grant of £2,000 if they change their car. Now, you'll know these figures inside out, I suppose, but it's worth saying that Auto Trader has done the maths on this, and they're saying that the average cost of a ULEZ compliant vehicle is £15,000, 19,991 for the petrol and diesel prices respectively. That's a lot of money, and frankly, £2,000 doesn't go very far towards that.
That sounds like a lot of money for a car that's ULEZ compliant. A petrol vehicle that's ULEZ compliant is from the 2008 registration going forward. So that's a car that's more than 10 years old. And I'm pretty much sure that Auto Trader's figures are too high, because you can buy cars for less than £19,000 that are more than 10 years old.
Well, the petrol car, they're quoting the average cost of £15,000. I mean, I would imagine we both have to respect Auto Trader. They know about car prices, don't they? That's something they know about.
I think, with all due respect, that is still very, very high. I know lots of people who've been able to buy cars for less than that are ULEZ compliant. And the £2,000, I think, is a great help towards that. And I think extending that for all Londoners now to be able to apply for that is a very good thing.
We'll leave it there. Appreciate your time this morning. Thank you very much.
Wow, you hear it from the
London Assembly member and Deputy Leader,
Mayor of London, lady.
Also, in all the discussions about ULEZ. Thank you.
Very interesting.
It is 19 minutes.
So if you like this video, please thumbs up and subscribe to my show on Sunday Jones. This is my friend Sparky and Jimbo on the ITF Friday thing. Surrey Hills Race Station show every Friday, 3 to 5 p.m. an hour long. Just at 1500, 1700. ITF Friday thing. Surrey Hills Race Station show. And listen to Lara show every Sunday live with John Matt on the Waking Race show. On Lara show every Sunday at 9 to 12 p.m. on the Waking Race show. If you like this video, please thumbs up and subscribe to my show on Sunday Gems. This is very serious car talk. ULEZ travelling into London. Low resistance zone. Please subscribe to my show on Sunday Gems after watching. Bye.